Welcome to your tarot reading for January 2021. Thanks so much for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, here today for your monthly reading. Let's see what the new year brings into your situation. If you would like to read your yearly reading, I will pop that in the link down beneath this video. Also, if you want to check out your free 3-card tarot spread, you can also find that there. And finally, if you do want to reach out to me for a live one-to-one consultation, we can certainly work together, and I'd look forward to that. But without further ado, let's get in to see what this brand new month for this brand new year holds for your individual zodiac sign.
Hello lovely Pisces, last but not least, thank you so much for joining me for your January 2021 tarot card reading. I'm excited to see what comes up for you guys, because I think it was last month, the reading I did for you guys wasn't that optimistic, and I'm sorry about that. I can only read the cards that come up, but just know that it's a general reading for your zodiac sign, and as many of you will know with astrology, we're not just one thing. So maybe you would like to read your rising sign, or see what your moon sign holds, just to get a more overarching feel of what's happening for you this month. But without further ado, let's get into it. So the first card, well, you couldn't really ask for better than that, Pisces. You have the World. The World is a card of completion, but it's epic proportions because it's the end of the Major Arcana's journey. The Major Arcana starts at 0 with a Fool. And he's called the Fool not because he's foolish, but because he's naive, he's new, he's embarking on something new. And he goes through all these journeys, he goes through grief and pain with the Tower card, and the Devil card and the Death card. He also goes through some kind of judgment, he gets justice. He goes through the Lovers, he falls in love, all these things that happen to us in our lives. We all go through these milestones, and it might not be straight from 0 to 21, but we go through them all. And this is card 21, so it's the World. So you come into the end of a massive cycle within your life. The clock hits midnight, a new month starts, a new year starts, a new optimism can come in with that. So I definitely feel that a lot of you are going to be feeling like this year you're going to make it different. You're going to be doing something different. I think a lot of you are going to be bolder. Just be bolder, just grab the opportunities that come to you. Stretch your elbows out a little bit. The next card that comes up for you is the Page of Wands reversed. The Page of Wands is a fiery kind of person, very much about getting things going, innovation, but here he or she indeed is reversed. So what does this mean for you? Well, you could find yourself coming face to face with someone younger who's a bit difficult, quite frankly. They could come across as domineering, shallow, a bit overambitious, just annoying you. But especially if this is in a work situation, don't be fooled by their overconfidence. Don't also allow yourself to be bullied. You are the master of your own ship, and just because they speak louder doesn't mean that they have more experience, so stand your ground with that. You might also find that you get a little bit of disappointing news, or that there is good news on the way, but it's delayed. And that wouldn't be unusual because we're going through a time where, at least here in the UK, the postal system is all over the place. So if you are waiting for a letter, it could just come a bit late. So that's not a massive thing to worry about, is it, Pisces? But it's just a little bit of an annoyance. It's about being very patient and flexible. Don't spread yourself too thin this month. Just try and focus on one project before you move to the next. And also, if you do find yourself falling in love, if you're single, don't forget your friends. Because this card really asks you to keep everybody, in check. Don't swap out a new toy for your old toys. Because as we learned with Toy Story, they get sad and they need your attention just as much. So there's quite a lot going on with that card, Pisces. I hope that made sense for you. The final tarot card for this month is Temperance. I love Temperance. Some people see it as a boring card. They say, oh, it's about balance. How boring. Let's move on. No, it's not just about balance. It's so much more to it. It's about alchemy. It's about magic. And you can't really get much more exciting than the idea of that, really. It says, yes, we have to, you have to be moderate and sensible. Following the middle path and not getting pushed and pulled into extremes is actually a fantastic way to reach your goals. Also, make sure your goals are achievable and reasonable. Let's take weight loss for an example. Year after year, people will say in January, right, I'm going to lose, 50 pounds in whatever. Don't do that. Say, I'm going to lose, 2 pounds this, quarter. Set goals that you can actually reach, because when we set goals that we can't reach, we either get fed up, we get disheartened, we berate ourselves, put ourselves down, tell ourselves we're rubbish. But it's not that you're rubbish, it's that the goal was too ambitious, right? Stick to things that make sense this month. There will come time in the year for you to be more flamboyant. Definitely, I feel that is coming for you. But just for January, just stick to things that you can achieve. Feel good about yourself. Stand up for yourself. Like, this is so wonderful, because you really do have the world just right in front of you. And just because there's a little bully boots around who thinks they know everything, it's typically, it may be a fire sign. I mean, I'm a fire sign, so I hope it's not me in this reading. But there may be someone who just, they come across as a bit of a know-it-all, and actually it's grinding your gears a little bit. But some of their cockiness, let's call it that, is because they're insecure, is because they haven't got it all figured out, and they just want to maybe project that air of confidence to get ahead. But that you've got acquired to confidence about you in a lot of ways, Pisces. You have a more sort of joined up way of dealing with things, and so definitely you're going to be the adult in this situation. But that doesn't mean boring. Being an adult is fantastic. It's fun. All I ever wanted to be when I was a kid was an adult, and then you get to be an adult and you want to be a kid again. So yeah, embrace that adulthood, embrace your life experience. Don't see it as stodgy or boring. See it as something actually quite thrilling, that you've had many experiences. So which archangel is looking after you, over you, Pisces, for the month of January 2021? Whoa, as you go into this year, you have this epic angel. It says here, spiritual understanding. Archangel Raziel is generally associated with the planet Jupiter. So very expansive. It says, I'm bringing you esoteric information and symbols, helping you understand spiritual truths. Many of you are going to be delving into very deep spiritual stuff. You've got here this sort of Metatron's cube, someone would call it, the Merkaba. It really is an energetic field, if you like, that when activated spins. And this is what can happen is spiritual transformation really takes place here. We have electronic fields all around our earth. And that's a scientific fact. So it stands to reason that we have these energetic fields around us as well. And that to me is very spiritual. We can't see it, we can't touch it, but it's there. And so this deep spiritual understanding is really going to be flooding in for you this month. So Pisces, I'm excited for you, because you're showing your leadership. You're showing that you are the more experienced candidate. You've got the world really at your fingertips. A new chapter starts, but you're setting yourself very achievable goals so that you can feel that sense of achievement. So you can actually see it happening. And then spiritually, you're just flying. So all in all, I'm actually really excited for you for this month. And thank you so much for joining me, Pisces.
It's been a real honour being with you. Thank you so much for watching. I'd be really honoured if you subscribed and hit that notification bell if you haven't done already. But until we speak again next month, stay safe and have a very happy new year. Alyssa.